victory! It's a wee bit storm.
Sylvando, this ship of yours...
Don't mention the S word!
I smell.
That voice.
Oh, yeah. Tremble before the mighty Alizarin, faithful servant of the Lord. You dare to enter mine?
You're the one who'll be paying, you great big slimy so-and-so! Get a load of this! Are you having me on? I just blasted you with pearly gates and you'd be...
The oar with which my lord and master... Now join in the blackest depths.
And what, might I ask, are you staring at? All right, all right. Why don't we... No.
Not settling on a particular form. In your world, I am known as the seer. I take on different appearances for different people, you see. By which I mean to say that enough about me. How's the fishing? Caught anything? You're a terrible... You're not ready yet, you see. When the fish finally takes the bait, you must be... You know, I have the strangest feeling Well, no matter. We are not here to discuss him. Come. Take your seat. Now, the fact that you're here makes me wonder if you might have taken... Ah, so that's it. Well, I'm afraid there's not much I can do about that. But there is one thing I can... You may think that your power has been taken from... But power cannot be taken, no more than it can be touched, especially not the power. Still no idea what I'm talking about, huh? Let me leave you with this thought. When the time comes, you... Oh, that's right. Well, don't fret. A certain sacred tree... Right. We'd better get you woken up. Hadn't we? You are the luminary. Go.
Darling, you're alive!
When you took that tumble into the sea back there, oh, it was terrible. We tried to fish you out, but you slipped beneath... But then, well, it was nothing short of a miracle. Somehow we managed to pull you out of the water, give that big, slimy so-and-so the slip, and get here to safety.
What's the matter, honey? You look like you've seen a... You're kidding! You were fishing and you met a person? Oh, come on, silly Billy. You were...
You have been through quite an ordeal.
Whoop!
Put courage in your heart and lightning in your hand.
There'll be time enough for staring out to sea tomorrow, lad.
despair. I am helpless. If only I could go back, I would.
Please, hear my plea. You must free this restless.
So we all had the same dream, eh?
Oh, it was tragic. He looked so desperate.
Maybe not. But that was Dracilian armor he was... What do you say, laddie? Shall we go and see what's become of Dundrasil now that... Crevens. This place was in... Would you boys do me a favor and shift?
Well, don't just stand there, Doc.
Where does this stairway lead, Lord Robert?
To an underground passage that runs beneath the castle. Right. Let's get in there and see if we can find some...
Such pain. How dare you? You took everything.
I'm keen to have a wee chat with our friend here.
Give in!
Darlings, Syl's here.
Blackness consume you!
Not done yet!
Not done yet!
We did it, darlings!
You took my beloved.
Eleanor. But that's the old queen.
Erwin, last king of Dun... A great man, and a fine... And, most importantly of all, what happened to you, Erwin? What in the...
At last you have come. Long have I waited for a kindly...
The voice from the...
You are correct, of course. Before you, all those long years ago, on that darkest of days. But with time, that light has waned, and all that remains is that I beg of you, help him.
The voice?
That'll have to wait. But what are we supposed to do?
Well then, I need to make you nice and miserable before such I am helpless.
Yes, well, of course. We've been waiting a long time.
King Erwin.
The birth of your son and heir is a source of great joy.
Thank you. Thank you. Aye, this is, my dear Sultan, King Gustav. Allow me to...
The honor is all ours, King Erwin. Truly it has been fun. Though, of course, we are not here merely to celebrate. I, for one, mean to see that my people...
It is the first time, but the reason itself is a momentous one, of course.
Indeed it is. Thank you once again for agreeing to meet so readily. Now, I have some final preparations to make before we can... Guards! I don't suppose any of you have seen King Carnelian?
Yes, sire. King Carnelian is walking the grounds with Lord Robert.
King Carnelian, Lord Robert.
Lord Robert informs me that the boy bears the mark.
That's right, aye. I've decided to present him to you all at the colloquy. The sight of so many people gathered to
Save it for the meat.
Don't take it to heart, laddie. The fate of all Erdrea hangs in the luminary now. Right, it's nearly time. What?
He's so tiny. Can I touch him?
I think he likes you, Jake. He's a very special boy, you know. But I just hope he grows up to be like his father.
I hope he grows up to be nice and kind like you, Lady Eleanor. King!
The colloquy's about to start. All right, wee man.
Oh, Erwin. You don't need to hold on to him. Would you look at it?
Come on now, Eleanor. There's nothing to worry about.
And what about me,
Hey, you don't need me to protect you, Jade. You've got King Carnelian. Right. We better get this meeting started.
Good luck.
this child?
He bears the mark. Dark one riseth. Light's mark shineth. Hand
The final poem in the book.
The legends tell us that the Dark One was defeated by the Luminary in the Age. But, as I'm sure you haven't failed to notice, monsters.
The kingdom of Svardsrust has already fallen at the wicked creature's hands, and King Arnud with it.
And now a child has been born who bears the mark, which brings us to a reason for
You speak of the Dark One, of monsters running wild, of the peace of centuries crumbling. Now that the Luminary is among us,
You believe that the presence of... Forgive me, Lord Robert, but the Book of Erdwin contains another...
It does. The World Tree's gift, first of many. Thy light doth a shadow cast. Lo.
What are the two of you implying?
Without light, there cannot be shadow. Without darkness and light must coexist. So...
You dare to imply that my son is somehow the source of our troubles?
Can we be certain that he is? Evil You must have noticed the sinister glow emitted by Erdwin's lantern of late.
What are you trying?
The star sings at night, you know. I have...
King Gustav is right.
Oh, don't you start.
Ominous footsteps approach. We all, as the leaders of this world, we owe it to our... Even when that source...
Why don't you just come out and say it? You're asking me to kill my own son! Something happened. Not long before the child was born. A great, blinding light shot up from Yggdrasil and said that we saw that same light on the evening he was born. The child is a force for good. I have never been more... Light and dark are not two sides of the same...
A rousing performance indeed. Of course, if you had shown even a witless conviction... The Luminary is the child of Yggdrasil. He alone can bring light to the world. He must be protected at all costs.
I hope you will forgive us our little test, but we had to be sure how strongly you believe.
I am satisfied. Send him to Heliodor when he comes of age. We must confer upon the Luminary the power to lead us all.
King Carnelian, everyone.
Very good. The most pressing item on our agenda is dealt with.
Now the matter is settled.
Let all be as Yggdrasil with...
That concludes the colloquy. Now...
Thank you, King Carnelian. My friends, I'd like to thank you all for coming. Now,
Your Majesty!
what is it?
You must flee the palace immediately!
We're under attack. Everyone, we have to get out.
Where is the luminary, Babs?
They have come in force, but they shall not have the child. Lord Robert and I will keep them at bay.
But King Carnelian, this is suicide!
You need not fret on my behalf.
Thank you.